What's up, Dr. Kim here. Today we're talking about going no contact after a breakup. Why does it work and why we should do it? If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I make weekly videos on mental health and relationships. Alright, so let's get into the psychology of why no contact works. Let me ask you a question. When do you value water the most? When it's readily available, it's all over the place, it's in stores, or when it's scarce, meaning it's not readily available, you can't find it anywhere? Of course, the answer is that you value things when they're not readily available, when they're not around so much. Scarcity is the exact psychological principle that actually backs up the concept of going no contact after a breakup. There are a lot of reasons why people choose to go no contact after a breakup. One major reason is that the person feels like they were taken for granted, they were likely dumped, and they want to regain some kind of sense of self or integrity back. You can obviously go no contact if you were the one that broke up with the other person too, and that can actually make the healing process a lot easier. Going no contact, in my opinion, essentially means not reaching out to the person, not initiating contact. It doesn't mean you can't answer their messages, but it does mean not reaching out to them. And even if they do reach out to you, you have to empower yourself whether or not you want to answer them. Do they deserve a response? Is their message meaningful enough for you to actually respond? After a breakup, especially if the person was taken for granted, what I recommend is going no contact at least 66 days. Why 66 days? Because research actually shows that it takes 66 days to form a new habit. And while you're in no contact, you need to be forming new habits to distract yourself positively and to become a newer, more evolved version of yourself. This, of course, helps with attraction, but it also helps with your inner confidence, your self-esteem, and it can significantly improve your mood. There are two ways to go no contact. One is what I call passive no contact, and the other is called active no contact. What is passive no contact? That basically means you're just sitting around waiting for a call or a message from your ex. Just sitting around like that passively is going to make the process a lot more difficult, a lot more painful, and a lot more anxiety provoking. What I call active no contact is actually reading, watching videos on self-development, working out on a regular basis. Even if you're not into going to the gym, that means swimming or getting into a sport or dancing, something like that, something active. Lifting weights, according to research, is actually a really good way to boost confidence, and right now you need that extra confidence. And another reason why you want to be working out after a breakup is because you're likely depleted with regard to your mood, so you might be very depressed. And research actually shows that exercise on a regular basis can be as effective as antidepressants. In fact, in the UK, the first line of treatment for depression is exercise. That's how powerful it is. The next thing that's really important that you want to be doing is connecting with people that you really love and trust. That means close friends and family only. Connection is one of those essential factors when it comes to contentment. And what I talk about all the time that is essential after a breakup is going hard on your dreams. So you want to take that goal or your dream that you might have been putting aside during the relationship and go as hard as you can on it. Whether you want to re-attract that person or attract someone new or simply just feel better about yourself, you need to be going hard on your goals and your dreams. And that is exactly what I call active no contact. When you're doing no contact, you're likely going to still have times where you're confused, you're anxious. When you're feeling that way, what you want to do is some kind of a mindfulness activity. Being mindful just basically means really being in the moment, being present. So if you take a walk, notice the things around you, really be in the moment. If you're doing a meditation, same thing, you're in the moment, you're centered, you're present. If you find meditation boring, you can put on your headphones and listen to something called guided imagery. One of my favorite and most relaxing thing to search for is guided imagery rainforest. Someone actually walks you through the imagery of going through a rainforest, and it feels so relaxing. And we really need to be mindful to get our anxiety down when we're nervous about what our exes are thinking. Those obsessive thoughts are natural, they're normal, but we need to get them down by distracting positively, doing mindful activities, connecting with others, diving in deeply to our dreams and our goals, reading, working on self-development, and becoming an evolved, much better version of ourselves. You can actually start to feel empowered by going no contact at least 66 days and doing all the things I talk about with regard to going no contact. If you feel like you need a deep dive into the subject of healing after a breakup or getting your ex back, I do have a new book out on Amazon. It's called Breakup Recovery. Get your ex back or get over them for good. I also have a ton of videos on healing from a breakup, and feel free to request another video. and I'll see you on the next video.